What is up, guys and gals and guys? Space Unicorn here bringing you some hot frag action. And guys, it's update day! Update 2.24 is here. And a lot has changed, guys, and there's so much that we need to talk about. There's a new map, or a returning map, whatever you want to call it. There's new skins, new emotes, and a bunch of other new features, and also the return of some of the very best things the game had with Joker cards. But there was also a ton of character changes, and some of which were pretty darn major. So did your favorite character receive a nerf? Maybe they received a buff. Maybe a couple of the characters are more lost than they were to begin with. I have no idea, but we're going to talk about it in this video. We're going to look at 5 characters. This will be a 2-part video. We're going to talk about what we think of the changes, what the changes were, so you guys know. And we're going to talk about if this is what the character truly needs, and if it doesn't need this, what we can do to actually help this character. Because trust me, what we have learned is a lot of the time, the buffs and nerfs don't exactly go as planned. And I hope we don't encounter that, but let's get right into the video. Here we go. Starting off with Dan the Man, who got a buff, I think he might be more lost than he began with. But here's basically their goal. They realized that he was supposed to be a 2-gun character, and it feels like he's only shooting with 1. So they increased his level HP from 110 to 130. Double gun speed while firing increased from 3.9 to 5, so he walks faster when he shoots. DPS increased by 7.32%. Max DPS increased by 4.8%. And max firing distance was decreased. Regeneration percentage of heal is plus 18%. So basically what they did was they tried to make this character feel more like a damaged character. And while I admire the attempt, this character does not feel right. I would recommend a substantial damage increase, maybe as much as 20%, along with a larger clip. So here comes Big Paku, and this one's kind of lost in translation. General was HP increased by 198 to 220. Walk speed increased, 5 to 4.5 was increased a little bit. Rocket launcher speed while firing increased to 5.8. Max DPS 59. Rocket will now slightly follow target. It's a lot. Watch the video. Max firing distance minus 4%. Damage effect max per shot plus 7.5%. Rocket burst duration lasts 1.5 seconds. Rockets launched is 7. Rockets will now slightly follow target. It's a lot. Damage effect per rocket minimum is 68%. And damage effect per rocket max minus 70%. Push effect power. This character was an interesting idea. I see what they're trying to do, but I think they missed the mark here. The primary fire and slowness of this character is the real crutch. And I would recommend increasing the fire rate on the primary and increasing the damage on it, and then increasing his walk speed substantially, as right now he is a big target that sits like a duck. Next up, we have JB. This change was interesting. They basically said, I don't feel like a secret agent. They removed his 4-round burst. He now fires 1 bullet at a time. Silent pistol fire rate increased to 1, decreased to 100. Shots per verse decreased to 1. Max firing distance 50 to 40. Proxy mine max concurrent is 4 now. Max effect 60%. Damage effect max 33%. Max distance. This was a major nerf for JB, guys. The damage from his pistol is not nearly enough for him to be effective in the role that he is in the game, and I think I would strongly recommend bringing back the burst damage and leaving the mine change. I think the real issue with this character is his health pool. He needs a little bit more health to be truly viable, and I think that would find him much more playable and much more valued in the game of Frag. I don't understand where this change came from. It kind of feels like a defensive nerf for no real reason. But hey, not my game. Let's move on to the next one. I have no idea why they nerfed Dr. Frost again, but let me go over the change. It's a nerf hidden inside of a buff, and it's substantial. The HP was increased 187 to 220. Great. Walk speed while shooting was also increased. He needed that. Freezing gun max firing distance down 20%. Avalanche durations 2.5 seconds. Shots launched is now 9. Explosive radius 2 meters to 4 meters. Honestly, it kind of feels like they made him even less viable. They eliminated more range. This character needs range, and that's the issue. He's a big target. He's slow. Increase the range on this primary fire, make it more consistent, and you'll have a pretty decent defensive card on your hand. But until that happens, this card will continue to perform under par. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, so the last one is a very simple nerf. It is to Sombrero. Curse of the Dead, the ultimate ability, increased to 16 seconds. That's a good change. I would have increased it maybe even to 17. but I do know where they're going with that, and their head's in the right place. Frag powers, skull, headshot multiplier from 0.6 to 0.4. Honestly, the headshot multiplier on this character was barely noticeable because of how low his DPS is. I don't know if I would have changed this. That's just my personal take. Honestly, this is probably the least affected character by the changes in the game, and truthfully, the Curse of the Dead change was a much needed change. I like this one. This is the first one that I liked on the change list from the Frag devs. But anyways, let's get into that match real quick, and let's do some final closing thoughts, and then I'll bring you guys part 2 on Saturday. Alright, so these are our first 5 major character changes. There's 5 more to come, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on these 5. I want to know what you think about Dan, Big Paku, JB, Dr. Frost, and Sombrero. I don't think these changes are very good. The only one I like is Sombrero, but this is a personal opinion. I want to know your guys' opinions in the comments. I also want the devs, hopefully, to see it, and maybe they can hear from the community in that aspect. I like where their head's at on a couple of them. I think they could have been executed better. I want to know your personal thoughts. I want to know your personal thoughts on the update as a whole. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of this match. And I will see you, Legends, next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop